Hello, everybody, and if you're new here, we talk about all things fandom and we talk about them in a positive way. This is Something Saturday where we usually just talk about something we didn't get a chance to talk about the rest of the week. However, this being close to Christmas, I thought we'd continue on with the Christmas movie reviews. And here's another one that is an absolute classic in my household that we watch every year, and that is Bad Santa. So let's jump right into it. Now, Bad Santa is one of those movies that really isn't for everybody. Either you're going to love this movie or you're going to hate it. I know a lot of people that love it, and I do know a lot of people that absolutely hate it with a passion. And the reason being that it isn't your traditional Christmas movie in any way. It's sort of vulgar, more adult oriented, very adult humor all the way through. It doesn't feel like any sort of traditional Christmas movie, but that's actually why a lot of people do enjoy it. The movie follows a character named Willie, who makes his living as a traveling Santa Claus, traveling from mall to mall and city to city. Him and his companion, his elf, are actually, in fact, robbers. And what they rob is department stores on Christmas Eve. When the department store closes on Christmas Eve, they break into the safe, and not just break into the safe, but they take anything they want from the store, robbing the store blind and moving on to the next town without ever being caught. Now, his companion is actually Marcus, who kind of plays his resident elf. And because of his short stature, Marcus can get into the spots that people who are a lot taller really can't. He makes the perfect accomplice, going into the vents to turn off all the security alarms and whatnot. Well, movie picks up with them doing this one job, and then we flash forward to the next Christmas, where Marcus calls Willie. And Marcus seems to be the brains behind the operation, but he needs Willie because Willie is the guy who can open up the safes. But something's different this year. Willie, for a long time, has been drinking and kind of really giving up on life. He doesn't have the passion for it at all anymore. Doesn't really seem to enjoy what they're doing. He questions why Marcus is doing things left and right. And then it all changes even more when a kid comes into his life and changes everything forever. Willie is the worst department store Santa Claus you'll ever meet. He's insulting to the kids. He's very abusive. But this kid comes into his life when he needs a place to stay. He figures that this kid is kind of a loser. And eventually he sort of starts to care what this kid thinks about him and about the world. Now, he also sleeps around a lot, and his latest girlfriend, if you can even call it that, is a bartender that he meets. She kind of injects herself into the lives of Willie and this kid as well in some ways. She becomes like a mother figure. Now, they don't really show that a whole lot. It's something I always thought they could explore more. But the point is, this kid that should be just another kid to him, in fact, he shouldn't even care about this kid at all, suddenly changes the way he looks at the world. And he no longer wants to be bad. He no longer wants to go around robbing department stores. He just wants to give it all up. He knows that Marcus isn't going to allow this. So he has to do this one last job. And that's kind of the gist of this movie. They explore a lot of Marcus and Willie's relationship and Willie's relationship with this kid. However, you slowly start to see this change come over Willie and you wonder if he's going to even go through with it. There are in fact 3 versions of this movie that you can find. There is actually the theatrical cut, the unrated cut, and the director's cut. If you want to know what I think, I actually prefer the unrated cut to all of them. I'm not sure why. The theatrical cut leaves a lot of things out, and the director's cut actually leaves a lot of stuff out too, and the things that it adds makes it a little bit of a different movie at times. So you can watch all 3 of these and you're not missing really a whole lot of the story. You're just missing some of the jokes that didn't make it into this version or didn't make it into that version. And then I'm pretty sure you could actually count the TV version if you see it on network television somewhere. That could count as an actual 4th version of the movie. Now, the movie is notable for having Bernie Mac. And Bernie Mac plays a character named Jen, who's sort of the mall security to the latest mall that they're in. And the mall is in fact run by none other than comedy legend John Ritter, in what kind of ended up being his last role. So that is very notable to get to see him in this role, which is something that he normally wouldn't really do anyway. There are very few movies that I recommend around Christmas time that you can't really watch with your family. And most of the ones that I do recommend that you can't are horror or action movies. But in terms of a traditional type of Christmas comedy, this is about the only one I recommend, even though it has a lot of vulgar humor. But I really think this one is worth a shot, but if you don't like it, don't blame me. I give this movie 4 out of 5 stars, and the reason I give it 4 out of 5 stars is because overall it is a very good movie. And deciding which version to watch, that's completely up to you. Now, let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these versions or if you've seen all of them, and let me know what you think of them. And if you've never seen any of them, watch this movie and let me know what you think. So don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment box below letting us know what you think. Share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Don't forget to hit that like button because it's free, it helps the channel, and we appreciate it. And then also, Miko says we need more subscribers. And you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. And then yes, at the end of the day, fandom is family.